The Nintendo Switch 2 is on its way in a little under 2 months, so you know what that means. Countless amounts of clickbait and fake articles about a new entry in the Super Smash Bros. Series. But don't worry, chaps. You won't need to read or listen to any of that shit, because Masahiro Sakurai himself came to my house and asked me to create the roster for the next game. So I immediately got to work and started a live stream where my YouTube chat and I could devise the perfect Smash Bros. Roster. And let me tell you now, we kind of fucking cooked with this. But before we go into our creative process, Sakurai sent me some ground rules. 1. We can only include characters who originated from a video game. Sorry, Goku. 2. We can't just bring everybody back from Ultimate and add more. We have to make some cuts. 3. We've got to be realistic in our choices. The Mega one from Big Rigs Over the Road Racing isn't happening. That's it. Those are our 3 big rules we have to follow. But Chat and I weren't quite able to do that yet, because we both realised that the site we were using to make this roster had some interesting characters to choose from. Let me show you guys what we're dealing with, because I did have a little look earlier. There is some insane choices here. Like, you've got the purple guy, you've got Matt from Wii Sports. There's 4 Freddy Fazbear. Is there? Oh my god. Who the fuck is that? That's just a bear. What is the bear from? Kuma from Tekken. I haven't played enough Tekken, so I don't know. I thought it was just fucking Smokey the Bear in here. I mean, I know Goku's in here. There he is. So let's simplify this down. There we go. There we go. Main roster. And have a DLC option. Yes, that's a good idea. DLC. Have maybe multiple DLC tiers? That is a good idea. I'm just going to have the one for now, but we will come back to that. Master Chief. Ooh! See, here's the thing. If I were to go fucking crazy, I would have Master Chief here in a heartbeat. But my thing is, has Master Chief been on a Nintendo console? I don't think he has. I feel like... Okay, another ground rule we're going to add. Your franchise has to have been on a Nintendo console, right? Master Chief Collection was... No, it wasn't. What the fuck? Let me look. It was not on Switch. Really? Oh, it's a rumour for... Oh, I see. Okay. He was on Switch Fortnite. Oh, God. Don't like that. Throw in a trash tier above so you can remove characters. Oh, maybe. We might do at the very end, we'll just throw in a little tier of terrible characters who would just be... We'll do a joke DLC pack. Alright, let's start building our roster. So we're all agreeing that Mario's going to be DLC, right? What's the size going to be? I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days, ever since I announced the plan for this stream. So I did a little Google searching. Ultimate base game had around 69 fighters, I want to say. There we go, useful general information. Ultimate Post DLC had 82 characters, Smash 4 had 51. Let's go ahead and, you know what? All the original 12, I feel like they all need to go in. If any of them had been cut from any of the previous games, I would have said any of them a fair game, except for, you know, like, the original 8, definitely not. Jigglypuff could be... Yeah, but at the same time, Jigglypuff has been there since the very first one, right? If she'd been cut before, then I wouldn't have a problem with... I'd be like, get the fuck out, no, bye-bye. But because she's been in literally every Smash game since the original, I don't know. It's the same thing with Captain Falcon. If Captain Falcon had been cut from any previous game, he would be gone. I love him, but I don't know. Does anyone object to any of the original 12 fighters being in this roster? Anybody? Commando, we're not cutting Mario. I don't think you can cut Mario. Miyamoto would be at my door with a gun. He would not be very pleased. Falcon would more likely stay than Jigglypuff. Yeah, he would more likely stay, but personally, I would probably consider cutting him. Purely because we've not gotten a true what the fuck am I talking about? F-Zero game in so long, but I don't want to. I like Captain Falcon. We're keeping him in. He's staying. We didn't work out how many fighters we were going to have altogether in this base roster, because we are going to have to make some cuts. I reckon around... You know, let's be generous. How about 66? I think 66 is a pretty good number, right? 90 is good. No. Realistically, they aren't going to have 90 characters. If they were doing Ultimate Deluxe, they absolutely would, but I'm going to say this isn't Ultimate Deluxe. This is a new game. They're going to have to cut some people. And I feel realistically, 66 would be like a good base roster number. Yeah, Peach and Bowser, yeah. Peach and Bowser, definitely. Okay, this is... Here's my hot take. I think we should cut the Ice Climbers. They weren't in Smash 4. I know it was only because of hardware limitations on the 3DS, but chat, have any of you actually played Ice Climber, the video game? It's so bad. It's so shit. We have to work out who would need to be in the roster, who is essential, who has to be in this game. And I don't think the Ice Climbers, or Sheik, actually, I don't think Sheik should get in. I played Ice Climbers. I never got why people like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't need the Ice Climbers, I don't think. We don't need Sheik, really. Zelda has to be in there. Dr. Mario... I think someone said it earlier, they can just be an alternate skin. Yeah, no, we don't need Dr. Mario or Pichu. Guys, don't hate me. I don't think Falco is essential either. I think you could cut Falco. I don't think he's essential right now. Falco is a fox skin like Alph is for Olimar. Yeah, that could work. Marth should stay. I agree. I personally don't like Marth all that much. I prefer Roy. I think Roy is Roy is my boy. I like Roy. Lucina can go through. We'll come back to, again, Echo Fighters we can come back to. Young Link. No. Ganondorf, absolutely. Mewtwo, you guys won't have a problem if I put Mewtwo in, right? He's literally one of the most popular Pokemon, I want to say. Like, it would be weird if Mewtwo didn't get in, right? Who's next? Is it Roy next? I want Roy in, but that's like a personal thing. You know what? I'm gonna be a bit cheeky, I'm gonna put him in there. Sans for DLC? Maybe. Let's try and get through all the veteran fighters first. Let's get through these guys and then we can talk DLC, new fighters, that sort of stuff, okay? Let's work through what we've got in Ultimate, who needs cutting. Game & Watch has to get in. He's like the original Nintendo character, right? He's going in. Meta Knight, yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I don't think Pit would get in. Because here's the thing, we've not had a Kid Icarus game. We've had 3 of them. Massive hiatus between the second one and Uprising. If they were to announce a new one tomorrow, then yeah, he would get in. 100%. But right now, definitely not. Uprising only exists because Pit was in Smash? Yeah. I mean, Sakurai worked on that game, I'm pretty sure, so yeah, makes sense. I think he was the director. Did I play Uprising? I'm trying to think back to a decade ago now when it came out. I genuinely do not remember. Do we count Pokemon Trainer as 1 or 3? 3 characters. So is Charizard getting in? We'll come to that. We're not quite there yet. Zero Suit Samus? I don't think so. Wario though? Wario is getting in. I fucking love Wario. We might get too many Mario. Yeah, but it's Nintendo. It's Smash Brothers. Of course we're gonna get too many Mario characters. Snake is going in because, again, I agree with what Something Clever said. He's the first third-party character, and also he's fucking cool. Ike can probably be cut. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Pokemon Trainer. I love Pokemon Trainer. I love Squirtle. I love Ivysaur. I love Charizard. But would you say that we have too much Gen 1 representation at the moment? Because we've got Pikachu, we've got Jigglypuff, and we've got Mewtwo. And if we're counting these guys as 3 separate fighters, that's 6 from Gen 1 alone. Charizard is the second Pokemon mascot. Yeah, but like, I get it. I do understand that. But at the same time, I feel like it's just too much Gen 1 representation. If we have too much Gen 1, then cut Jigglypuff. Ooh. Chat, we're butting heads. See, this is good. We're butting heads. We're having a disagreement because I think Jigglypuff should go in. I really do, because original 12. I do see where you're coming from in regards to Charizard. I do. No way Jigglypuff beats Charizard. I don't know. Jigglypuff isn't even that prominent anymore. I mean, I don't know that much about Pokemon. I'm only vouching for Jigglypuff because she's in the original 12. If they were going to pick one character of the Pokemon Trainer trio, they would pick Charizard. Because Charizard was already his own character in Smash 4. Use Pokemon Trainer but replace Squirtle and Ivysaur for other gen starters like Piplup and Treecko. Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay. Do you know what? Chat, hear me out. I'm gonna remove Jigglypuff. I'm going to put Charizard as his own character, because I do agree he is the second mascot. He's like the second most important character. So I think he deserves his own spot. We'll put Pokemon Trainer in there. if you are in chat right now and you love Pokemon, I need you to tell me which 3 Pokemon we put in for the trainer instead of Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. Who do we put in? Hopefully they will all be on this tier list. It said that, yeah, 700 characters, so I hope to God that the ones you choose are on here. Magic card? No! Why would... that is funny, but no. I agree with what Something Clever is saying. You should have one each from a different generation. I would say, personally for me, they need to be unique from the other Pokemon that we have had in Smash Brothers. I'm just trying to see where Piplup is. Are they here? Could we just say Greninja is part of the new trio? I could see that. Let me look at Typhlosion. Oh, Typhlosion is cool. Akari, let's... They're a trainer character, they're a human. Akari? I'm confused. Why are we... My idea was it be Akari from Pokemon Legends. That game had Rowlet from Gen 7, Cyndaquil from Gen 2, and Oshawott from Gen 5. Oh, okay. Okay, that could work. That could work. Chat, what do we think about that? Akari is good. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of support for this. My thing is they're all they're the unevolved ones, right? So out of those 3, Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott, which one do we keep as the unevolved? Typhlosion for Final Evolution? Okay. Oshawott can fill Squirtle's niche. I could see... Oshawott is very cute. Oh, okay, so Rowlet evolves into Decidueye. Right, okay, yeah, because I remember Decidueye being rumoured for Smash Ultimate. Is that a fucking penguin from Club Penguin? Jesus Christ. Is that Slayer from Guilty Gear? Yeah, I was saying this earlier at the start of the stream. There are some fucking weird pics on this thing. You've got Darth Vader is here. You've got fucking Kiddy Kong from Donkey Kong Country 3. Yeah, while I'm doing this, you can all have a good look at some of the characters that we've got on show here. There's the Hollow Knight. Is that the fucking Daytona car? So, let me just throw all of these guys in. Oh, hang on. Jeez. There we go. Right. I meant to pick Akari first, so pop them there. We aren't that far away from half the rock. Really? I genuinely didn't realise that. Jesus. Right, where were we? Diddy Kong? Yeah, I think we can all agree Diddy Kong gets in. It would be kind of weird if Diddy Kong didn't get in. I'm glad that we've sorted the Pokemon Trader thing, because I do think we would have been taking forever to get... We would have gotten through the rest of the roster so quickly. I prefer a tier that we put the characters not getting into. Okay, cool, let's do that. Cut characters. Who are we definitely cutting? I don't want to rule anyone out just yet, because we might come back and add... yeah, we'll put Jigglypuff in there for sure. Byleth. Let's look through. I'm gonna put Sheik there, and... Ice Climbers, Dr. Mario and Pichu, bye you guys. I think we're cutting him. Ooh, Lucas. What do we think about making Lucas a Echo Fighter? You could even do it so that you give Ness some of Lucas's moves and they just share it like Simon and Richter. We could have a tier for Echoes. I think we put the Echoes in the main roster next to their characters. We'll come back and do that, but I think we could have a Echo Fighter DLC pack. So let's just put Lucas up here so I don't forget. So yeah, we're gonna cut Sonic, guys. He's sort of fallen the fuck off, and I don't really like him anymore. This is now a channel dedicated to literally anything else, to be honest. DDD is going in. DDD's nuts, Frank, for fuck's sake. Dropping in right now to say Kirby should get overhauled. Yes. I think there's quite a few characters who need to be overhauled. Donkey Kong, definitely. I think even Pikachu needs to get overhauled. Peach and Bowser, definitely. And Ganondorf gets overhauled. I don't like that Ganondorf is still just Camden Falcon. Olimar gets in. I actually played through every character that was in Smash Ultimate before this, just so I could get into the mindset and think, okay, is this character fun to play as? And all of them were fun to play as. Olimar is so much more fun than I remember. Plus, Pikmin is still very popular. It's growing in popularity, actually. I think it's one of the big franchises for Nintendo now. Lucario. Might be a bit of a hot take here. I don't know if we put Lucario in. I'm not convinced. I need you guys to convince me to put Lucario in, okay? Just keep in mind, even if Lucario gets cut, you still have Smash Ultimate, okay? It's backwards compatible on Switch too, you can just play that. Literally the second most popular Pokemon. Is he? I don't know about that. I don't know if he's the second most popular Pokemon. A lot of people think he looks awesome. Yeah, I guess. I'm going to put Lucario in as a big maybe. I do think he could go here. But if there is a character later on that we all really, really want in, Lucario is the first one going, alright? I'm not joking. Lucario is probably going to be the first one to go. Who's next? Okay. I understand why Rob was added to Smash, but he's not technically a video game character. He's an accessory to the NES, and I'm not gonna lie, he's not that fun to play as. If we're representing the old Nintendo, we've got Game & Watch, we can probably cut Rob. Would anyone have an issue with that? Please speak now or forever hold your peace. Make Rob an entire stage. That is a legitimately good idea. I really like that. I think we cut Toon Link. There's not been a game in that art style for a long time. We'll add some more Zelda characters later that are unique, okay? Wolf would make sense as an Echo Fighter. You can redesign him for later. You can redo his moveset. Yeah. Save him for later, I agree. Let's save him for later. Who have we got next? Villager. Yeah, come on. It's Animal Crossing, it's one of the biggest gaming franchises, everybody loves it. Oh, Mega Man. Let's put Mega Man in there. The thing is though, I do want them to redo Mega Man's model for the next game. He looks very unemotional. I get that he's a robot, but he's got a lot of personality to him in the games, and they just kind of got rid of that. I came in late. How many characters are we having in the base roster? 66. There's 11 characters per row, so that's 33. So at the moment we're on... No, we're on 33 because Akari technically doesn't count, because you don't play as her. These are just the 3 Pokemon that she controls. Just to make this a little bit easier, for now, I'm just going to move Akari here. We can add her back in later, but I'm just thinking, just so that it's clear how many characters exactly that we have. Can we have Wii Fit Trainer? Fuck, no. No. We're cutting. No. Wii Fit Trainer does not fucking get in. We have enough Mario characters and Rosalina isn't as important as others. I was just thinking we can probably get rid of Rosalina. Little Mac has to go in. His whole gimmick is that he can box people. He fights. He's going in. Plus Punch-Out was really popular in the NES era, so yeah, he gets in. Ooh, Greninja. We have too many fucking Pokemon. As of right now, I don't think we need Greninja. If you guys really want him, if you're desperate for him, we can add him in later. Or we can swap Lucario out for him. What do you think? Greninja should overwrite Mewtwo? No. Mewtwo is like the main cool Pokemon. I don't think we cut Mewtwo. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that we push out Lucario. Okay. In you go. Bye-bye Lucario. We'll put you down here. I'm sorry. How do you think that Sakurai feels? How do you think the team feels having to make these very difficult choices? I just see the Mii fighters are next. Would anyone object if I cut the Mii fighters? Because I have a feeling that for the Switch 2, they're probably gonna get rid of the Miis. Keep the Miis, they're hilarious. They are. They absolutely are. Miis make DLC costume money. That, I hadn't thought of that. That is very true. If Miis are on the console, keep them. If not, they should be replaced by the equivalent. That's a good point. If you want us to keep the Mii fighters, put keep in chat. If you think we should get rid of them, put cut. You can wait, I can set up polls? What the fuck? No, I can't. No way. What? Oh, I can't. What the fuck? I didn't know you could do this. That's so cool. Okay. Alright, we'll put the Mii fighters in. I'll do this, okay. They will be separate fighters, obviously, but I'm not gonna necessarily count them. Yeah, Palutena is getting cut because we've cut Pit. Somebody earlier said to cut Pac-Man. Oh, it's Frank. Frank, you want to cut Pac-Man? Frank, if you're still here, why do you want to cut Pac-Man? I need to know. I don't like him. He's awful to play. Oh my god. Nope, not having that. That's not on. Pac-Man is going in. Make a poll. Okay, alright. I'll make a poll. I will make a poll. I'm actually getting upset. Why would you want to cut Pac-Man? Why? Okay, I'm rigging it. I'm rigging the election. End poll. He's getting in. Guys, he's fucking Pac-Man. Right, who have we got? Jesus. I don't know about Robin. They are unique when it comes to Fire Emblem. Let's put Robin in there. Let's have Robin. I feel like Shulk gets in. Makes sense. I've not played Xenoblade, so I know nothing about it. Realistically, Shulk would get in. I object to Pac. Okay. Frank, it's okay to be wrong. Bowser Jr.'s gotta get in, right? We've not added a Mario character in quite a while, so I feel like Bowser Jr. gets in. He's been consistently in the game. I agree, yeah, he's consistently been in the game since Sunshine, so he's kind of gotta go in. Plus he has the Koopalings for alternate skins, and Nintendo fucking loves those guys for some reason. Okay, the Duck Hunt dog. I think Duck Hunt is a better NES rep than Rob, I agree with that. Plus, Duck Hunt is really fucking fun to play as, actually. Yeah, let's put him in there. Ryu definitely gets in. He's from Street Fighter, which is kind of the definitive fighting game. So he's kind of gotta go in. I'd say Ryu deserves higher priority than Mega Man. Yeah, I agree with that. Cloud? Cloud's going in. I do not like Final Fantasy all that much. I've not really played that many of the games, but Cloud is pretty cool. Cloud is also a gaming icon. Yeah, exactly. He's a gaming icon. He deserves to be in there, for sure. Corrin. Every single list like this I've ever seen always cuts Corrin. Yeah, the popular consensus is definitely to cut Corrin. Yeah, let's get rid of Corrin. If you want to play as Corrin, you can go back and play Ultimate or Smash 4. They're still there. I think we should put Bayonetta in. The Inklings are getting in, 100%, as Ridley is, for me, Metroid is literally one of my favourite gaming franchises. If they were to cut Ridley, I would be so upset. I would genuinely be really, really angry. Simon's getting in. Castlevania was a massive thing on Nintendo's consoles. Cool, nobody objects to Simon, that's absolutely fine. We're having Simon in the game. Similar thing with Ridley, K. Rool's getting in. I'm just gonna say, if we get too much, Roy should be one of the first to get cut. Ooh, I'm willing to make that agreement. Sure. If there is a character more deserving, Roy can absolutely go. Isabelle is an Echo, if I recall correctly. I don't think she is. Isabelle, if I remember, is a separate character, but is very similar. I think Isabelle has to go in because she's sort of the mascot for Animal Crossing. Incineroar isn't one of the... Yeah, we don't need Incineroar, I don't think. I don't think we need Piranha Plant either, necessarily. He's really fucking funny, but we don't need him. Joker doesn't have that much of a legacy. What do we think, chat? Do we keep Joker or do we cut him? Let's put it to a poll. Okay, I've got to honour the vote. I'm sorry, chat. I think out of all the characters, he is realistically the one that they would most likely get rid of. But the hero from Dragon Quest has to go in. I do not know much about Dragon Quest. I have never played any of the games, but I know that it's very, very popular, especially in Japan. If I remember, I was watching a gaming historian video a while back now, and I think that he mentioned that kids skipped school to queue up and buy the new Dragon Quest game at the time, and it's still massive over there, so I think we've got to keep the Dragon Quest hero. Would anyone object to that? Add Banjo-Kazooie? Yeah, 100%. I love Banjo-Kazooie. I love those two games, I love those characters. So yeah, Terry is only really well known to fighting game content. I get what you're saying, but I do think that SNK is deserving of a rep for their company. I'm gonna put Terry in. Let's do a lightning round. Byleth definitely gets cut. I don't think it's an unpopular opinion to want to cut Byleth. I know I've seen plenty of comments on the community posts about this stream saying, cut Byleth, get rid of Byleth, and I get it. Min Min from ARMS, I agree, is probably going to get cut simply because ARMS hasn't had any sort of follow-up or anything. She is very cool though. Steve from Minecraft definitely gets in. Would you be upset if I were to suggest that we cut Sephiroth? I'll tell you what, I'll do a poll. If we're thinking about representing a greater spread, that's 2 Final Fantasy VII guys. Yeah, exactly, I do agree with that. This will be interesting, because I really like playing as Sephiroth. He's a very cool character. He's insanely overpowered, though, in the game. I know somebody said that if we have him in, we're representing Final Fantasy VII too much, but also, I just want to point out, look how many Square Enix reps we have. You've got Cloud, you would have... The hero from Dragon Quest is Square Enix, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. You'd also have Sephiroth, and then you would have Sora as well. That's like 4. That's a bit much for one company. I'm honouring the poll. Sephiroth is unfortunately getting cut. I like playing as them, but would anyone object to me cutting Pyra and Mithra? Okay, cool. People are fine with them getting cut. Let's get rid of them. I think Kazuya should get in. Tekken is the other major fighting game series that I can think of. You know, Tekken and Street Fighter. I'm gonna go ahead and add him in. I'm putting him in there. Oh, we've literally only got Sora left. I fucking hate Kingdom Hearts so much. It is my least favourite game series ever. Hate it so much, and when Sora got in, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely didn't mind, because a few of my friends have wanted Sora in for years. He's a great choice for Smash, but I agree, he's not essential. You don't need him. What's your problem with Kingdom Hearts? I just do not like it. I couldn't get into it. I didn't like the story. Gameplay was just not for me, and I found a lot of the characters quite annoying. If you like Kingdom Hearts, that is amazing. I am so happy for you. Me personally, though, I do not want anything to do with it. I don't like it. Let's put it to a vote in chat. Do you want to keep Sora? Do you want to get rid of him? Keep the House of Mouse out of Smash. I agree. Actually, yeah, no. Fuck Disney. Best Disney rep is Club Penguin. The Club Penguin I cannot speak. I'm so sorry, chat. The Club Penguin is on here somewhere. Where is he? There he is. He is here. I loved Club Penguin as a kid. I wouldn't be opposed to the Club Penguin guy getting in. Okay. People want Sora out. The people have spoken. Sora is getting cut. Okay, cool. Who do we want to add to the game, chat? Who is deserving of getting into Super Smash Bros? Sonic rep. Yeah, I do think we need a new Sonic rep, 100%. I also think we need a new Kirby rep, because Kirby's not had a new character since Brawl, and that's kind of insane. I'd say we put a limit on third parties. I agree. Legend of Zelda. Yes, actually, let's start with a Legend of Zelda rep, because if we look, we've only got Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. Put our heads together, chat. Who from Zelda is getting in? Impa. Okay. Impa, interesting. Skull Kid, yes. Oh my god, yes. Skull Kid would be so fucking cool. Tingle. Tingle, no, don't, because I would like Tingle. Tingle hasn't been in a game for a while. Hang on. According to this, he was last in Hyrule Warriors? Realistically, I don't think Tingle gets in, purely because he's not been in a game for a long time. Impa is one of the reoccurring Zeldas beyond the main three, and she can pick up the slack now that we're down a Sheikah. Yeah, actually, yes. Oh, which one do we go with? Which one would we prefer to have? Or does it matter? Could we just kind of have both? Like, there's alternate costumes or whatever? Age of Calamity, Impa? Okay. Impa, there we go. Because we've cut quite a few Zelda characters, I'm gonna say we add 2 new ones. I think that's fair. So let's put Skull Kid in there. Tetris block. Yes! Oh my god. The Tetris block would genuinely be a really good choice for a fighter. And I'm not joking. Do you know who else would be a really good choice for a fighter? I've just spotted them now. You've got Mario, Luigi, Peach, right? Toad is like one of the 4 main characters, and he's not in Smash. Toad's been around for a long time. He's very iconic. I think he deserves to be in Smash. In terms of iconography, Toad being in the game makes sense. Maybe we should move a Mario character to DLC? No. I disagree. If you think about it, Yoshi and Wario, they are representing their own series. Yoshi represents the Yoshi series, Wario represents the WarioWare and Wario Land series. So technically, in Smash Bros, they are not Mario characters. They are, but they're not. If you look at it, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mario characters. I get what you're saying, that we have too many Mario reps, but it's fucking Smash Brothers. It's Nintendo. Are you going to add a Kirby character? Yes, I did say earlier that we haven't had a new Kirby character in a long while, so let's add a new one. I feel like it would be Bandana D. Personally, I wouldn't want Bandana D, but it's a similar thing with Toad, where he's like the 4th major Kirby character. He's like his sidekick. He does deserve to get in. If they were to add a new Kirby character, he would be it. Would anyone object to Bandana D? Would you be upset if he made it in? Do you think he is an unrealistic choice? I prefer Magalore. That's fair. He is the correct choice. Yeah, cool. Thank you, chat. Thank you. I'm glad that we're on the same page about that. I might move the newcomers around a bit, because I am just thinking, here's what I'm thinking. You've got to hype people up. So I feel like Toad would go there. and then they would reveal Impa. I think we should set a limit for third parties. I agree. Let's see, how many have we got left? Out of the 9 remaining characters, I think 3 third-party characters. 3 or 4. I think 3 or 4 is reasonable, because this is just the base roster. We can have more third parties for DLC. I think the third parties should represent unique genres. Yes, I agree. Let's decide on a third party character now. I have one in mind, and I want to hear what you guys think. So if I were to pick which character I would want to get in from a third party, I would say Shell from Portal. Portal is one of my favourite game series. It's been on the Switch. There's a lot of moveset potential with Shell. Valve Rep would go... Exactly, this is what I'm thinking. Valve... If you picked someone from Valve, it would be so fucking cool. Having Aperture Labs as a stage, and then having GLaDOS essentially insult you, would be so good. My only argument is there hasn't been a new Portal game in a while. Yeah, I agree, but everybody knows Portal. My dad knows what Portal is, okay? My dad knows what Portal is. He knows GLaDOS. So I feel like if my dad knows what Portal is, I feel like Portal can get in. Now that I see, how do we feel about Cranky Kong? If they were going to add somebody else from Donkey Kong, I think they would add Dixie. How about we add a horror? Yeah, we can add a horror character. Who would we add? I'd say a Resi for DLC. Oh yes, a Resident Evil character for DLC would be very cool. Chris Redfield as DLC. Yes. If we Leon... Oh, fuck. Oh. Chris or Leon would be very cool. Okay, here's my thinking, okay? If we have it so that a Resident Evil character is the first DLC character revealed, would anyone object to that? Because I do think there are other third-party choices that are probably more likely to get into base roster. Are there any other first-party franchises that absolutely need characters added? Fire Emblem deserves a new slot. I agree, actually. I do agree. I don't know anything, really, about Fire Emblem. I played a little bit of the Fire Emblem Awakening demo, because I know what people are going to say, like, oh, Fire Emblem, there's too many characters. It's one of the big franchises, everybody loves it. Anna is a character who appears across games. Okay. Is this Anna, just to clarify? I don't really know anything about Fire Emblem, and I don't recognize this character. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's put them in there. Sure. Do you know who else I've just seen? I don't remember this guy. I think this is Andy from Advance Wars. How do we feel about Andy getting in? Advance Wars recently had some remakes. I've not played them myself, but I have heard very good things about Andy, and he's another new first-party rep, and there's not that many that we can add that are brand new franchises that are from Nintendo, so I feel like Andy would get in. Chat, does anyone disagree with me on that? Maybe DLC. I could see that. I could see that. Put him in the waiting room. Okay, yeah. Let's put him down here for now. I don't think we're fully convinced. We should add a Sonic character. Yes, we should, and I know exactly who I want to add. Where is he? There he is. Eggman is the main villain. I love him. Everybody loves Eggman. He could be similar to Bowser Jr., where he's in his mech from SA2, or just the Eggomatic. I just want Eggman in Smash. He's the main villain. I want to see him and Bowser fight. It would be fucking cool. On the note of JRPGs, Noah and/or... Is that Mio? Mio. I'm gonna go with Mio from Xenoblade 3. Chat, how do we feel about that? Tom Nook should be an Echo Fighter. Yes, I do think that would be funny. Are we doing Echo Fighters? We will do Echo Fighters later. Right, chat. What if we put the fucking Tetris block here? I was joking about it earlier, but the more I think about it, the more I kind of love it. I would put Tetris as DLC. I could see that. Okay, I'm gonna put Shell down here. We'll put Shell in DLC. Tetris is our puzzle game rep. It could be a stage. It could be both. It could be a fighter and a stage. I think Tetris is one of the most famous video games of all time. I do think it should be represented in some way in Smash Bros. Does anyone object to a Tetris block being a fighter? You can call me a fucking idiot. You can call me a fucking idiot and say, Hysterian, that is stupid, don't do that. You can just say that. I will not be offended. The Tetris block can't seem to be a character. I know, okay, here's the thing. I didn't think the Duck Hunt dog could be a character, but then he was. Let's put it to a vote. Let's put Tetris block to a vote. We have not had a vote in a while. Restating for the last time, I want base game Shell. Okay. Well, Tetris block gets in, for sure. So, I agree, I would like base game Shell. So I'm gonna put Shell in. Tetris can be DLC. I was wrong earlier. Are there any other third-party characters who need to be in base game, who have to be in? Jack Frost. Okay. Crash Bandicoot. Ooh! I could see him getting in as a DLC. Crash makes more sense as a DLC sell. You could get a lot of people buying the DLC just for Crash. Oh, so this is him here? Yeah, okay. So, as of right now, those are our picks for third party. We've got 5 slots left in base game. Let's do that, and then we can do DLC. Yes, Noah and Mia. That's who I was looking for earlier. Let me see if I can find them. Did you create this giant stack of characters? I fucking wish I was insane enough to do this. Like, imagine if I put in the fucking Wii balance board, or the Goose from Untitled Goose Game. So, remind me again, Eeps, you said these were going to be like a 2-in-1 fighter, right? Correct. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's chuck them there. Cool. So I'm going to suggest that we throw Andy in here from Advance Wars. Is anyone opposed to that? There. Let's keep him there. That's good. Could we add another Metroid character? Yes we can. I know exactly who to add. I forgot about this. Thank you. Where are they? There they are. I love Metroid. The Emmy is going in. The Emmy is so cool. Balloon Fight guys on the list. Ooh, that's a good shout. That would also be a very nice tribute to Iwata, because I think Iwata worked on Balloon Fight, if I'm not mistaken. That was one of their earliest games. Let's put Balloon Fight guy here? Yeah. You have got 1 slot left for base roster. Who do you want? Ideally, a new franchise, please. Rhythm Heaven. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of enthusiasm for the Rhythm Heaven rep. My only thing is, chat, I am so completely fine with a Rhythm Paradise character getting in. I'm just thinking realistically, there's not been a game for a good few years. Okay, we are adding a Rhythm Paradise character. Do we want Karate Joe? Do we want the Chorus Kids? Or is there some other character we want? Okay, I think people are good with Chorus Kids. Let's throw the Chorus Kids in there. Where are they? There they are. Cool, okay, I'm just gonna sort this out real quick. DLC Pack 2. Okie dokie. Right. We all agreed Leon is getting in first. Where is he? Then Tetris Block. Ice Climbers for DLC. No. No. We've cut them. Starfy. Oh, Starfy is a good shout, but Starfy hasn't had a game for a long time. I'll tell you who does deserve to get in though. Chun-Li. Maybe for DLC Pack 2, actually. Maybe for DLC Pack 2. We'll come back to that. Chris can go in. Sure. We all agreed on Chris. Crash and Spyro. I feel like Crash is a good one to end a pack with. Yeah, Crash would end pack 1. So let's chuck him in there. How many per pack? I think 6 is reasonable. It'd be 78 characters altogether by the end, so yeah. We need some variety in this pack. Add Doomguy. Yes. Where is he? I do think Doomslayer would be a very good pick. This first pack needs some more variety though. Put it this way, we've got 3 kind of cartoonish guys, we've got 2 realistic guys. We need sort of like a crazy pick. Maybe Phoenix Wright? But I don't know. Crazy Dave. Who is Crazy Dave? Let me look up who the fuck Crazy Dave is real quick. Oh, from fucking Plants vs. Zombies? Let you see the list. Yeah, sure. Have a look. Henry Stickmin. Nah. I don't think so. I personally don't see it. Is that James Bond? Yes, it's James Bond from GoldenEye for the N64. Scorpion Malt. That's a good fucking idea. Yes. Actually, hang on. Hear me out. What would you guys say to Raiden from Metal Gear Solid? Because from what I understand, Raiden is very popular in Japan. I know a lot of people wanted Raiden in Smash Ultimate. Can we all agree that that would be very, very exciting? Metal Gear would get another rep and it would be one of the coolest characters. Cool. I'm seeing a lot of hype for Raiden. Good, I'm glad. I love him. Plus, if they added Raiden, you could have Senator Armstrong as a stage hazard. It'd be like the fucking Yellow Devil from the Mega Man stage. Chat, you would love that. You would pay money to have Senator Armstrong come in and kick your ass, right? Tell me you wouldn't. Tell me to my face that you wouldn't. Pack 2? We said Scorpion, didn't we? I agree. I think Scorpion would be a great choice, so let's put him in there. You think you saw an Angry Bird? While I'm at it, Amaterasu would be pretty fucking cool. Somebody said they saw an Angry Bird earlier, and I think an Angry Bird would genuinely be a very good choice. Chun-Li should open... Okay, here's the thing though. Do we want Chun-Li or Scorpion from Mortal Kombat? I'm gonna put it to a vote. Add Leon to Pack 2. I disagree. You gotta think, how are you gonna get people to buy your thing? I'm thinking business here. Scorpion. Okay, cool. We're having Scorpion then. That's fine. Seen a lot of love for Bomberman. Okay, where would he be? He's here, isn't he? There he is. Let's put him there for now. Oh my god, you're a fucking genius. Yes, Professor Layton. Absolutely. Where is he? He absolutely gets in. Have I gone past him? Am I blind? Where is Professor Layton? He's above Luke Skywalker? Oh yes, he is. What the why is he there? Why would you put him there? That's stupid. We've got two more here. Two more picks. Who would every single person who has ever played a video game collectively buy the DLC for this game just to play as them? Who would sell John Halo? John Halo, Jesus Christ. I don't think you can have the Doomslayer and Master Chief. Miku. Hatsune Miku was on here. I'm not opposed to adding Hatsune Miku, I can't lie. Miku is very popular. People would buy it. People would buy the DLC for Miku. Is Miku actually a video game? Yeah, of course she is. She's from a video game. I know that it's like a software, technically. Technically, it's a video game. Technically. Like, on a very technical level, I would say that Miku is a video game character. I'm not saying we should add her, I'm just saying I'm not opposed. And it would sell units. You gotta think realistically here. Who would Nintendo want to add to sell units? If we can't have Rob, then we can't have Miku. That's fair. That is fair. Red from Angry Birds. I think I said this earlier. It would make sense to add... Angry Birds is, like, one of the most popular video game things ever. There is also a lot of potential with Red. You would say Jonesy. I hate that you're right. This is the thing. I don't want Jonesy purely because I hate Fortnite, but realistically, it's one of the biggest games of all time right now. Oh, you're okay with Tetris Block, but not Jonesy. Okay, I'm gonna defend myself. Tetris has been around for fucking donkey's years, okay? It's the video game. Everyone knows what Tetris is. Fortnite? It's kind of cringe. I don't like Fortnite. I'll put it to a vote. I'm going to put it to a vote. Oh my god, it's split 50-50. Bear with me. I know how to resolve this. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, chat. It is what we're gonna do. As you can see, there's 3 yeses and 3 nos. We're gonna use Wheel Decide to decide if Josie gets in, because it's split down the middle on the poll. Whatever the result is, happens, alright? Let's do it. This will decide. I will honour whatever happens. Oh, okay. Right, I'm letting go. What's it gonna be? I'm not looking. I don't think I've ever been more relieved about anything in my life. Cool, we're not putting Jonesy in. It's not fucking rigged. It's not rigged. Shut the fuck up. This wasn't rigged. Cool, sorry, I just needed a minute to process that I was called bold. I'm not fucking Doug. Right, where were they? Angry Birds, yeah, 100%. Where are they? Can we get Margaret Thatcher? Yes, Margaret Thatcher is going in the meme DLC. As an Englishman, I fully approve of adding Thatcher. That would be fucking hilarious. Let's put Red there, and then finally, come on, chat. Did you think I wasn't reading your messages? I saw the last character they reveal. It's gotta be. Okay, ignore the cut characters. What do we think? You've got to admit, chat, we cooked. I genuinely do not have a single problem with anybody on here. I think every single spot is well deserved. Right, Echo Fighters time. Let's do this. I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. So let's add in the ones from the original game. I want to clarify something, chat, okay? Hear me out. Wolf is the Echo Fighter for Fox now, okay? Obviously, I know everyone loves Falco. Here's what I'm thinking. You make Falco, Peppy, and Slippy alternate skins for Fox. You might have to do a little thingy there. I don't know. I'm not a game designer, but I think that would be cool, right? Because you can't really make those guys their own characters because they don't have moveset potential, and all 3 Star Fox characters are already the same guy. Different builds. I don't care. That's for the... I don't care. In this hypothetical game, they just are. And then you give Wolf, Leon, Pigma, and Andrew. Those 4 guys. Probably wouldn't happen, but that's what I'm thinking. What were the other Echo? Ken? Where's Ken? That's right. Lucas? Where's Lucas? Chat, would you be opposed to Crom coming back as an Echo Fighter? It wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? I think Crom's kind of cool. I saw someone say Octoling for an Inkling Echo, and I was thinking that earlier. Cool. You know what? Where the fuck is he? There he is. This one's personal. I love Bass. Bass as a Mega Man Echo Fighter would be chef's kiss. I would love it. Did we say Glass Joe as a little... We did say Glass Joe for Little Mac Echo Fighter, right? Either Doc... I think Glass Joe would be funny, but he would be very annoying if you were to pick him. We'll go with Doc. Doc's cool. Shadow, yep. Where is he? I know somebody said Tom Nook. I wanna throw in Tom Nook. Just gives Animal Crossing that one final rap. Do we make him the Necrophaser of Isabel or Villager? What do we think? Isabel, cool. One of the newcomers should have an echo. I agree, but there's not really anyone that you can give an echo to. Cool. I'm happy with this. I've just realised, no, I'm not. I'm not happy. There is... there is one more character, actually, I would like to add. There you are. No, I'm fucking kidding. No way. There you are. I propose that we add Ravenbeak from Metroid Dread, please, because I like Ravenbeak and I like Metroid Dread. Can I have this one? Can this be my personal pick? Ravenbeak can be a piranha plant too. Yeah, 100%. Only if you add fuck off. I'm not adding Jonesy. It said the wheel said no. Wheel said no. He's not getting in. Yeah, I've got to agree because the DLC is perfect. So you know what? I'll take the sacrifice. Ravenbeak can go. I'm trying to think if there's anyone from the roster I would want to replace in favor of Ravenbeak, but I can't lie. Even though there are some picks, I'm like, don't know about that. It's kind of perfect. When I started this, I genuinely didn't think we were actually gonna make the perfect Smash roster, and I think we kind of have. I don't think anybody would be upset about this. I think everyone would be okay with it. There is somebody that you can play as, you know? There is somebody for everyone. If you're like really annoyed about it, about your favourite characters getting cut, you can just go back and play Smash Ultimate. It's backwards compatible. So, if we're all happy with it, let's go ahead and And there you have it, in all of its glory, the perfect Super Smash Bros. Roster, with all-time gaming icons like Shrek, Tingle, the Penguin from Club Penguin, Jonesy, Pierce Brosnan James Bond, S. Cargoon, Mike Tyson, Hatsune Miku, SpongeBob, the Sus Imposter, Super Wade Whipple. Oh yeah, and we made this joke roster too, which I accidentally sent to Sakurai, which he's really happy with for some reason, and I'm too afraid to tell him that we made it as a joke. Anyway, what do you chaps think about this roster we've made? Do you agree with it? Is there anyone you would have chosen to join over our picks? Maybe there's someone you would cut from Ultimate instead? Let me know in the comments, and I'll completely disagree with you and call you stupid or something.